Last section of this chapter, 7.9. So far, we've seen problems that translate into a one-step equation, as well as those translate into a two-step equation. Let's quickly review these problems just to make sure. Again, I'm not going to solve them, but I will set them up. The sum of a number p and 56 is 91. So sum means add p and 56. So p plus 56 is means equals and 91. Again, from there you would subtract 56 from both sides and solve. The difference of a number h and 16 is 58. Difference means subtract h and 16. So it'll be h minus 16 is means equals and 58. Again, from there you would add 16 to both sides and move on and solve. The product of a number f and 8 is 168. Product means multiply. Remember, with multiplication, you always put number first, variable second. Is means equals 168. There you go. To solve that, you would divide both sides by 8 and get your answer. The quotient of a number v and 19 is 93. Quotient means it's a division, so that means you're going to make a fraction. Whatever is put first goes on top. So it becomes v over 19 is means equals 23. Remember that to solve this, we would multiply both sides by 19, get our answer. 7 is 16 less than the number y. I'm sorry, 75 is 16 less than the number y. 75 is means put 75 equals because that order matters. Remember that less than means it's subtraction, but it also means switch the order, so it'll be y minus 16. And again, to solve that, you would simply add 16 to both sides to get your answer. So that was Tuesday's work. Wednesday, we saw the problem with the cost of a bicycle and a beach. So it says find the cost C of riding for m minutes. Well, cost is means I should be putting C equals $7 plus 3 per minute. So per minute means put 3m. And again, after that, and I will work this one out, it says the final cost was 43. Remember, if the cost was 43, we're going to put 43 in for C. That's why we use a meaningful variable, so we can actually know what we're talking about. From there, I'm sorry, it's just 7 plus 3m. From there, we want to subtract 7 because, again, we moved the multiplied value last. This becomes 36 equals 3m. Because that's 3 times m, we then divide by 3, telling us that we had it for 12m, which means minutes. So today we're going to look at another problem that translates into a two-step equation. This one requires us to gather information from a table. So your algebra is repetitive. As long as you look carefully, you should notice the similarities in what we'll be doing today versus what we actually just did here, because they are pretty much the same. It's just a different way for you to get the information, and you have to think a little bit. So it says the following table represents the cost of attending an exposition. Admission is $17. Cost per activity is $5. Remember that admission cost is usually only charged once. They never charge you to get into a game and then charge you again to sit down at the game. Once you pay your $17, you've pretty much bought your ticket. Cost per activity means there's your multiplication and here's your number. So this is probably going to be 5a, which means when it says represent the cost, I would start with C equals because that's what I've been doing so far. $17 is my admission plus whatever my cost per activity is. Per activity means I'll use the letter A because it's per activity. And then we get back to what we did just now. Someone attended and spent a total of $32. Again, they spent $32, so 32 goes in for C. The first number we want to get rid of is the 17. Trust me when I say the answer is 15, because 7 plus 5 is 12. And then, of course, that's going to be that. Here, 5 times A is going to be divide by 5, meaning that they did 3 activities. Again, A would be for activities because it's per activity in that table. So that's it. That's all you have to worry about today. And that's the only problem you're going to see. You're just going to see it a couple to a few times to make sure you at least have it down. So again, admissions 14, cost per activity 4. They want the total cost C of attending, so you would put C equals, because that's the cost. $14 plus $4 per activity, so it should be 4A. That's your equation. Then it said if someone spent a total of 46, so that means 46 goes in for C. From there, the added number goes first, not the multiplied number, so 14 is the weakest number. That leaves us with 32 equals 4A. You then will solve by dividing by 4 because that's 4 times A, getting the answer of 8. So your homework today, again, as usual, contains all the problems. Be sure to work hard to get through as much as possible so you'll be more confident when you actually take the test. Let me know when you need help. Be sure to send me some work or be ready to ask or answer some questions about the work that I need to know about. Outside of that, again, good luck and have a good weekend.